From the moment we get up till the moment we lay down at night, we are telling ourselves a story. That's what we do. We tell ourselves a story and then we operate according to that story. In other words, when you wake up in the morning, if you truly believe that life is against you and luck is not on your side and the world's against you, listen, you will live a life according to that story. And it won't make sense to you if life isn't against you. In other words, you'd rather be right. And so what you'll do is you'll actually alter the circumstances of life. You will train your RAS filter, your reticular activating system, to look for ways that the world is unjust and against you and how luck is not on your side. That's how powerful stories are today. I'll give you an example. Today I went on a 35-mile bike ride with my buddy Chris House. And the whole way, man, we were against the wind. In other words, the wind was coming. It was coming. And we were pushing hard. And I kept telling myself a story. The story was, Kary, keep going, man. Because when you turn around, it's going to be so much easier because the wind's going to be at your back. In other words, you're gonna go so fast on the way back, it's going to be so easy. And what I did is that story propelled me to keep going against the wind as far as I could go. And sure enough, we went out much farther than I anticipated. And the moment we turned around, the wind was at our backs and we flew. Now, other people could have said in that same situation, they could have said a different story, like, you never should have got on this bike in the first place. You always stink at exercise. You're not one of those people that can bike fast. Or, you know what a dumb day to go out biking. You're such an idiot. Like, I'm just telling you, folks. We tell ourselves stories all day long. And I want to ask you, to ask yourself, is your story serving you? Is the story you're telling yourself serving you, or is it actually sabotaging your success? Think about that for a few minutes. Is the story that I'm telling myself right now serving me and getting me to where I need to go? And if it's not, here's the cool thing. You're the author of your story. You can actually change the chapter right now. If your chapter is not looking up, if it's not looking good, why keep telling yourself the negative story? Why don't you insert a new story and say, you know what, starting now, luck is on my side. Starting now, I'm going to create my own luck. Starting now, I'm going to live in light of the fact that life is not happening to me, life is happening for me. Isn't that cool? Now you might say, well, gee, that's real nice. That's real nice, Kary. I got bills that are unpaid. That's real nice. I got a kid who's sick. I just got a diagnosis. Okay? I get that. You were just delivered some news. You were just delivered a story that isn't something you asked for. So the question is now, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? There have been plenty of people that have gone before you and that will come after you that had a sick kid, that had a tragedy, that had trauma. And you know what? It doesn't take away the pain. It doesn't make it feel all better. But you can choose today how you will respond to that story. Just the other day, my kids were telling themselves a bad story, this and that, and I said, hold on. And I told them the story about Viktor Frankl in the concentration camp. I believe it's called Man's Search for Meaning, his book. And they didn't think, they're young. They didn't think that was a great story that I told them. They didn't get it all. But the point is this: I wanted to interrupt their story. I wanted to disrupt it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know people that even wake up and say, today's Monday. Mondays are never good. Think about that. The people who say that are saying 1/7 of their life is not good just because it's called a certain day of the week. I mean, this is nuts. But we tell, so basically it's Monday for some of you, and now you believe life should happen against you. You believe that life is not good today. I mean, what does that do? Might as well check out for a 1/7 of your life. The opposite's true. I wake up every single day, no joke, and I say, you know what? God is for me. We're going to make this an amazing day. We are going to show up filled up, and as a result, great things happen every day. And when they don't, I change it. This is Kary Oberbrunner. Be a soul on fire. Tag somebody, share it. We need more people today who are rewriting a good story.